What up, y'all? It's your boy Prince Jonathan coming back to you. This is day 71. Woo! We so close. 4 more days. All right, as you already know, the mission is to sow love, to sow authenticity, and to sow progression into y'all. And on this thoughtful walk, we're still doing the top 9 codependent traits that I have, but I really want to help you guys out. So I'm working through these, actively working hard so that I can be the prince that I'm called to be. If you want to follow along, go to coda.org. It's got all 55 traits, all right? And these are just my top 9. So today we're on number 4, all right? Here we go. Need to appear right in the eyes of others and may even lie to look good. Somebody out there is like, ooh, that's me. Need to appear right in the eyes of others and may even lie to look good. I am the recovery side. This is the recovery side now. I am honest with myself about my behaviors and motivations. I feel secure enough to admit my mistakes to myself and others. And I hear their opinions without feeling threatened. That's the key point, without feeling threatened. Let me read it one more time. I am honest with myself about my behaviors and my motivations. I feel secure enough to admit mistakes to myself and others, and to hear their opinions without feeling threatened. Now, the reason I chose that one is because that is seriously something that I do go through. There's a long time that it's in part of low self-esteem where you just want to look good, want to look right, want to feel good in that moment. And even to do that, you will lie at some point. You may know someone that's like, are you ever wrong? Do you ever do anything wrong? Or do you always have an excuse? Usually the excuse is what the lie is. Like, I didn't get that sale because, the way they was talking to me, I didn't like the way they were talking to me. They was kind of yelling at me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I just didn't call them back. Maybe I dropped the ball. Maybe I messed up something and I didn't even go back to my client and say something. That's happened. In the beginning, I would be afraid to be like, admit a mistake. Now, you can't go through life not admitting mistakes. You have to be grown enough to do that. And I have a hard time with that because that means I'm going to look bad. So to be on the recovery side, I've got to be honest with myself. And now I have to practice that brutal honesty. And there are times where I'm scared to do it. But now I'm like, all right. I learned a great term today when I was listening to a podcast with Lewis Howes and Bob Proctor. He said, the terror barrier. Basically, you're so terrified to move forward, it's a barrier. And in this statement right here, feeling honest with myself, being honest with myself to admit mistakes, that's terrorizing because I don't want to look bad. That's the top 4. It's like look bad, feel good, be right, look right. I don't want to drop that because that's how I was conditioned. If you look bad, all of a sudden, once I look bad, I don't want to do anything. Like for real, I become very defensive. I don't want to talk to you and I'm threatened because now I think you're better than me and you will always be better than me and you're going to take off more than me. So basically it's just a racket that I'm saying to myself to cut me down. Now you're probably asking yourself, Jonathan, how do you deal with that? Well, first of all, it goes beyond just writing things out. This is a daily practice of being honest with yourself, being honest with others, and pressing forward even when you look bad. What is it you do at work? I'm in sales. If I get a number wrong, I have to own up to that and go, you know what? I'm sorry about that. I messed up. Usually it's sales tax for me. I apologize. I messed up the sales tax. And I've noticed that even when I do that, sometimes the number hasn't changed that much. The people are like, oh, that's fine. That's cool. I understand that. Because I was just honest. Now, sometimes I found cars that don't fit what they're looking for. And, their budget and what they're looking for are 2 different things. And I've had to learn how to adjust that and say, guess what? Unfortunately, I couldn't find the car you were looking for. But I found this one. Let's talk about it. Will this work for you? And just being honest. It isn't that I couldn't find it or anything like that. Maybe it just doesn't exist or it doesn't exist in their price range. But I have to be honest about it. Instead of trying to hide and be like, oh, guess what? Make up whatever excuse would come to my brain at that time because I'm in the pressure. There was a time when I used to do youth, like, I don't want to say I was youth pastor. I was a biblical entertainer, right? For these kids. And like, I made the Bible fun and enjoyable, and they remembered stuff. And it started to sink into me. And there was a time where I was driving. It was a Saturday night. I was driving and I got into a fender bender. And the dude that I kind of tapped when I tried not to hit him was like, oh my God, whoever just tapped me. You know, once we pulled over on the highway, he was like, oh, dude, did you see that person who hit me? They just flew off. And I had a moment. I had a moment of like, ooh, I could get away with this. But for some reason, me just being consistent with those children was enough for me to go, yo, I hit you, man. I tapped you. And I was scared. Because I was like, oh no, my rates are gonna go up. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my car. I thought of everything. I was like, the IRS is gonna come after me. Even though they don't deal with cars, they'll want me now. Like, all of that stuff was happening in my brain. But I was honest. And it ended up working out. Like, it was the weirdest thing. The company, it was a company car. They were like, whatever, we're getting rid of the car anyways. We're not making money on it, so whatever, we're not gonna. My insurance never got hit. But I was honest in that moment, and I could carry that lesson to those kids. And now I can use it again. Because being honest with yourself is the first step to freedom. You really have to be honest where you're at, what you're doing, and who you're doing this for. So you want to be successful? Stop lying to yourself. You want to be successful? Stop lying to other people. You want to be successful? Stop making excuses that are lies. And trust me, I'm not the guru on this. I am a man working extremely hard on that same thing every single day. And I get called out sometimes. Like, yo, you making excuses, Prince Jonathan. Yo, I feel like you lied. I gotta. All right, here you go. Why? Because I'm a human being, and I'm trying not to be in a terror situation. But you gotta cross. You have to cross the barrier. So, I'm a human being. I suffer from low self-esteem. But I'm in the recovery mode now, where I feel secure enough now to admit mistakes, even when I don't want to. I am getting so much better at that, and I know you can too. You watching this, I bet you have the same fear. I love you. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't love you. I want the best for you. I want you to succeed, and I want you to always be honest with yourself and others. And as always, get out there and dominate the day.